That's how I see it.
Well, the problem is that the majority of people are that, and I'm glad that you guys said that. I think everybody on that note were right. Many people who are going around saying, because this is what's wrong and this is what's wrong, it's easier for them to say it about society at large because they usually can't fix shit in their own life. They are the most fucked up people it is that's out there pointing out this is. But it's easier to tell somebody else what's wrong with them because you don't know how to fix what's wrong with you. That's why when you look at most of the people's lives, all of our lives who are out here just be preaching and talking, you'll find out that there's so much dirt that they can't even put it under their damn. You remember Puffy was out there talking about how to treat a woman. We didn't know he had did this to Cassie.
Shit.
No, I'm saying we didn't know it at the time when he was talking about it. I didn't. I'm not Puffy homeboy, so you might have known it, but I didn't. The majority of the public had no idea because if they did, the video wouldn't have been shocking. Everybody would have been like, "We knew that." Nobody thought Puffy was out there kicking bitches for 30 yards. Nobody thought that.
I mean, they kind of did because they seen Kim Porter. She needed a nose. They know Kim Porter needed a nose job because
Puffy was jumping out the motherfucking top rope, and nobody thought that.
They absolutely did. He didn't only do it to women; he did it to men.
Worth $1 billion running out with a towel on to flying Larry at a bitch. I've never seen that. That's my first time seeing
the real thing, Tommy, what everybody was surprised about is that the tape was able to get out with all the money that he had.
I was surprised that this nigga was stomping this bitch like he was Kurt Franklin meets the Blue Man Group.
No, nobody was really surprised. They was more surprised that the tape got out because they know he paid for it to be hush hush. And so now that we have evidence of him being exactly who he is, that's what makes it. Because we all heard the rumors of him doing things to men and women, making men do physical, sexual things, and also beat them up, grabbing bats, walking inside offices, hurting people. We heard the stories of Puff. Puff was never a saint. It's just that we never had proof of it. We know Sean didn't do the shooting. We know Puff did the shooting. But we didn't have the proof.
Sharon, real quick.
What's up, everybody?
Sharon, has anybody ever hurt you?
Say what?
Has anybody ever hurt you?
What you mean? Physically or emotionally?
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, black man.
No, I'm just saying with the whole Diddy thing, man. You know, I'm really tired of talking about the nigga because my thing is this. It's a whole bunch of niggas doing exactly what Diddy doing. Them niggas just ain't got caught yet.
I said it on national TV yesterday.
Matter of fact,
brought me on there to talk about that. Brought me on national TV to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm not Puffy. I don't know Puffy. You know what I did? I said it's a lot of women getting their ass whooped out here, and we seem to not care about them. It's a lot of men whooping their ass, and they all got an opinion. We only care that somebody's a celebrity. That's when we want to talk about it. This shit is. That's why nothing gets solved.
Exactly, bro.
But the reason why Puffy was a little bit more egregious is because he has so much money. Somebody of that stature.
Damn.
Man, a homeless man can beat a bitch up.
Right. You might not feel that way.
They right to beat a bitch ass.
Right.
Bitch ass can get beat by rich men more than broke men throughout history because the rich man can get away with it.
So, but the thing is, most people look at people that are rich as people that don't do things of that nature. That's
you disputing what you just said to me.
Yeah, one second. The reason why he put that comment on the screen is to make sure that we all got a chance and opportunity to finish answering Jay Speed's question. Jay Speed, I answer your question. I'll just say no. I everything I've done was by design, either by white supremacy or God. I lived in my purpose. I ain't never did nothing wrong.
Damn, I got you.
But that's an interesting. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Beans. And OG, I'm going to get the answer to your questions. However, the discourse between Sharon and Tommy, I think is pretty interesting. Who was talking last?
Tommy. I cut him off.
Tommy, you remember what you were saying?
Well, yeah, and it's no problem, Beans. Because we were jumping all around. I was just saying that. He said earlier when I was saying, this man's worth $1 billion. I've never seen a billionaire doing that. What did he say? Everybody knew he was doing it. Then when I turned around and just said what I was saying, no, it's because he's rich. Nobody believed it. I'm like, what the fuck? It can't be both. It can't be both.
No. So
we shouldn't have been surprised, or it was what I said when I came in. We were surprised to see a billionaire doing it.
No, so what me and you was talking about is different from what Black Man Unfiltered was talking about. Because Black Man Unfiltered was talking about a homeless man could whoop a bitch ass too. But the difference is that so the reason why everybody's honing in on the Puffy situation is because he's wealthy and because he has so many options of women.
Because we didn't expect a man with that type of money to do it. You literally just said it.
Yeah, but that's different from actually talking specifically about Puff. Those are two different conversations. One is a homeless man whooping on a bitch ass. Everybody like, oh, well, he's homeless. He has problems. They would look at him as he has mental issues. They would give that man a whole bunch of excuses. But a rich man, especially somebody that's $1 billion worth, they say he has no reason to be whooping on a woman's ass. And when we go to Puffy, everybody knows Puffy. And then when we put it on Puffy himself, him as a character, we know that man himself as a character is a very violent man. So that's what makes it different.
Sharon, I have a question real quick.
The big never thought that Puffy was a violent man because they damn sure wouldn't have had his ass on the Uber Eats commercial.
Y'all realize? Do y'all realize when we had these?
I know my girl a hoe don't mean you know it.
Who's the biggest supporter? Who's the biggest supporter of toxic men?
We all know the answer.
Women. Cassie know that.
Even toxic men.
What Cassie knew that.
Stop saying words like that.
Cassie knew she was doing that to Kim Porter and still wanted to be with him. Do y'all not realize that women support stepdaddies? Women support taking a man from his children, but she don't support her actual men. They will support those men as long as it benefits them, but they don't mind.
They don't support. First off,
hold on.
One second. Well, Sharon got to respond. They let Tommy get a clean response. Black Man and then Ali, you can add your commentary.
Oh, I like where Ali was going though.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I just want to make sure he get the response back, Tommy. You get a clean one, and then we'll get Black Man and Ali in. That's all.
So the problem with the idea that Cassie knew everything, she didn't know it from day one. She was brought into it slowly. So that's the thing that people always fail to realize is that when somebody get into an abusive relationship, they wasn't known that the person was abusive to her at hand. We all know that. We know it's a slow.
You were speaking out of both sides of your face. You just said that we all knew Puffy was this. Now you saying she didn't.
Tommy, remember you were talking about those brothers that lied to women. There were a lot of women to get sex to make money.
It is what it is when it comes to OG's
Everybody knew but her. Everybody knew but Cassie.
Right.
Everybody knew but Cassie.
Right, because she was all right. So
in Georgia,
okay,
Georgia, I knew, but she.
Hey, Tommy, hold on. I want to see you get out of this. How did everybody know but Cassie?
Because she was young, so she wasn't around the same circles as grown folks. We are talking about grown men that know who Puffy is.
No, you said
I want to add her as she's a 19-year-old girl that is running around the same barbershop that we were in.
You gotta start debating with people that's on a certain intellectual level. How did everybody know but Cassie? So that means older folks knew, young folks knew, God knew, Jesus knew, prostitutes knew, strippers knew, everybody knew. How did everybody knew? No, except for Cassie.
Because she wasn't part of the circle.
Hey, Sharon, how many times you got to get hit on for you to get it?
Well, hold on, y'all, hold on, please. So how did you know? And you're not part of the circle.
How you figure that?
What?
How did
you about to do this? Yo, you about to do this? So you were part of Puff Daddy
to replace Sharon with a single black mother. He's a single black mother right now.
What I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the circle, I'm talking about the music. Not being a part of Puffy's Bad Boys team.
He left Ryan Leslie for Puff Daddy, sir.
Wow.
Right.
So he went from Sharon to Sharon real quick.
Hold on, she was part of the music industry. She left Ryan Leslie for Puff Daddy. So how did she know? How did she know?
Okay. Again, you are trying to compare two different things. This is what I'm trying to say.
How's that two different things? It's still the music industry, Sharon.
For example, because it got people that is
she was a singer first, bro.
Tommy, let him dig itself. Hold on, Tommy. Don't because he gonna say you interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. So again, so when people are trying to date, so it's just two different things. Those are two different circles. When people are trying to date somebody and when somebody is in the industry. So she being in the industry, trying to get on, the people that Puffy is under, they are not going to go and ruin their relationship by talking to Cassie and say, hey, this man is going to do such and such.
I want answers.
I cannot believe this shit.
She was in the circle. She was already with Ryan Leslie. She was already in the music industry.
Damn.
She was already in those circles. So how did she not know?
Again, so for some reason, I don't understand why you're not understanding. Again,
I play young and dumb.
Take the win, Ali, and let it go. Stop over-pursuing.
I just wanted him to say it one more time. That's all.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Y'all niggas is retarded. I promise you. Y'all niggas is
Let
retarded.
them beat this man down earlier when the first time he made a mistake. Stop.
I didn't make no mistake. The problem is that y'all
moderator, can you
tend to put men and women in the same boat and act like men.
So
Hamp about to do it. Hold on. Please do the finish.
I've been up here for 5. My bad. I've been up here for 5 hours. Tom, I had to eat something, man. Sharon, I guess the correlation would be seemingly she would be in the circles because she was with Ryan Leslie first. And since he's in the industry, she's in this industry, and Puff is in the industry, why would she not get wind of his behavior?
The reason why she didn't get wind is because they're using her as she's an artist. Ryan Leslie was a producer and a goddamn businessman. She is not a part of that.
Wait. Hold on. No.
That people don't have different conversations.
Yeah.
Let Hamp do it because maybe he won't call Hamp a stupid motherfucker right now. So go ahead.
Wait, come on, everybody mute so you can get the thought. Go ahead, what's wrong?
Anyway, so like I was saying, so she was a worker. Ryan Leslie was not a worker. So the people that's in certain levels, they have different conversations than when they talking to an artist. So why did all the people like the Lox and Mace have fucked up record deals? And even though everybody knew that Puff had fucked up deals, but they still want to.
Hold on. Because you just had an interview.
BMU.
Wait.
Let Hamp.
It doesn't. Guys, you gotta understand that the need to over pursue doesn't actually help us progress. Go ahead, Sharon.
So the thing is this: so people they still get caught up in bad deals and in bad relationships. Again, she was a worker; she's not having the same conversation as Ryan Leslie, especially back then. The men do not talk the same as they talk with men as they talk with fucking women, especially back then.
Okay, so your speculation, she was simply out the loop, even though she was in those circles.
Correct.
Okay. And how do we have so much information? That's the one thing that how do we hold on. Well, how are we be able to make these assumptions about Puffy since the Shine shooting, to your point? How do we have all the information, but she's somehow oblivious to everything? That seems far-fetched given that she's much closer than we are.
Right, so just like with Superhead, everybody in that was in and around in the barbershops and music industry, they know exactly who Superhead was, and most people did not know what she looked like, how tall she was, and none of that shit. But most people was rapping about it and talking about Superhead way before anybody knew who the fuck she was, or even what people was talking about when the person said the word Superhead.
Okay, but correlate that back to Maya's question.
Now, so therefore, we got this human being that all the men would say Superhead. None of the women would know who she is. None of the regular square people that just listen to music know who that is. So therefore, the same thing happened to Cassie. She had no idea because the toss was going above her head. She had no idea what people were talking about.
In this analogy, is Superhead Puff Daddy?
No, Superhead is the ass whooping.
Well, actually, but Superhead was actually Puff Daddy because it was a person that they didn't know much about. We just heard about it, and so now if Superhead is Puff Daddy, but Puff Daddy is Puff Daddy.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Superhead is the action that Puff was doing. So everybody heard the name Superhead, but nobody knew what she looked like, whatever. They didn't know who she is. She could walk around the street. Nobody know who Superhead is. Same thing with Puff Daddy whooping Kim Porter ass. Everybody kind of knew, but nobody really spoke about it like that, except for in barbershops around other men. Nobody was talking to low-tier artists, especially female artists, because they was trying to take advantage of those female artists, and so they could get their asses whooped as well. Same thing with Dr. Dre whooping that that chick ass that was signed to them as well.
So last thing, and then I'll let Tommy jump in and Black Man Unfiltered first, and then Tommy. Tommy, you can put your hand down.
hand.
And he want to concentrate on how do I know.
One more question.
He didn't answer your question, Hamp.
But here's the thing. We listening, right? you understand what he did and didn't do, right? There may or may not have been a reason. I have one more question. No, I don't forgot. So, in terms of Superhead being the action, the point is we couldn't identify her, but we knew the name, right?
Correct.
So, if all this is happening around Cassie, in terms of his behavior, it's almost like she didn't see it, but she know what physical abuse to a woman is, right? And so, at what point, why does she still subject herself to it?
Right. So she's slow. So that's the thing when people get abused, they slowly get involved in it. And then so once they get them into a situation when they got them on camera, they got them taking drugs and so on and so forth, they use their power and the power of embarrassment to keep them locked in and keep them quiet.
But that wasn't Hamp, that wasn't the main question. How did he know and Cassie didn't know? How does Sharon know? And that's the one.
For some reason, you have a comprehension problem because I was talking about the men and the artists and the levels of the way how we communicate with each other as men being in barbershops and the way how women are speaking. You're just missing it. It's okay.
So essentially, Ali, men talking in barbershops, what the shit we talk about don't get back to the women.
Okay, but
I'm just saying. Well, here. I'm saying that's his answer. I'm saying that's his answer. That's his answer, right? We talk a lot of shit in the barbershop that we don't talk about in front of women or locker room, etc. Let's do this. That's all I'm saying. Let's do this.
Concede what he talking about is bull, right?
To you.
And if you don't want to say bull, it doesn't make sense, right? That we all know the women knew too. We gonna say him. Women knew.
The reason why I would push back on it is because it was happening to a woman, right? So just like there's women's circles, there's men's circles. So I get it that they could silo Cassidy from the men's conversations. However, Kim Porter, I doubt that wouldn't get back somewhere somehow. Now, to Sharon's point, people think it ain't gonna be me, right? He ain't gonna do it to me. Oh, that didn't hurt that much. Them stairs wasn't that long.
He said,
right? People have denied.
Sharon said everybody knew.
I know, but I'm just, but no need. I'm just breaking it down in terms of the stance. Black man, Tommy, then Ali Boomaye, right?
All right.